All right, so this is a recap of the Game 6. Cleveland wins 113, Toronto 87. Cleveland shot 55. They made 55% of their threes, where Toronto only made 32%. Cavs was +5 in rebounds, +12 in assists, -3 in turnovers, +4 in blocks. Actually, -2 in turnovers and -3 in offensive rebound. James, Love, Kyrie, I mean, they all had great games. James had 33 points, 11 rebounds. Love had 20 points, 12 rebounds. Irving had 30, and JR added 15 points. You have Lowry and DeRozan. Lowry had 35. DeRozan had 20. Biyombo only had 4 points and 9 rebounds. So I think with that, I mean, definitely it was, you got to give credit to Toronto for, a stellar season. So it was the first time in history they made it to the conference finals, and it was the first time in history, they actually got a win there as well, too. I think what they have to understand is with these playoff games, I mean, you definitely got to turn your gameplay up. So, they struggled in the first couple series, but you have to understand that it's hard to get back there. Even though, LeBron James, has made it to the NBA Finals 6 times in a row, we noticed he only won 2 games. So when you have that opportunity to get there, you got to take advantage of it. So I think their coach, they're probably going to maybe look at getting somebody else, but they have to be more consistent in the playoffs and also through the regular season. I mean, they were second in they were in the East, but you have to understand that you got to play every play. And I think they were complacent with the fact that they got blown out in Cleveland, and then they came back home and they blew Cleveland out. And then the second loss. Actually Cleveland, gave that game away. Cleveland had that. It was just mismanagement down the stretch. But again, that's what players, you have to play, and you have to understand that you don't get these chances like that every so often. So you got to make opportunity, teams get better. Teams look at how to defend you, look at better like that as well, too. I think it also helped Cleveland. It allowed them to see that, even with Kyrie Irving learning that, like he said, in the press conference, that he's much better, and he learned, how to be prepared on the road. He's always prepared at home, but you got to be prepared, So it's definitely relatively new for him and Kevin Love, because last year they were hurt or anything like that. But again, I think, LeBron James is going to talk to them, and prepare them and let them know, hey, I've been here several times. It doesn't feel good when you lose, and when you lose, everybody's going to talk about you. They're going to talk about, what you did or anything like that. So they got to take advantage of that, and ride that momentum. And they're already being prepared at home, but being prepared to face adversity on the road or anything like that. So I think, the magnitude of it, we heard LeBron James say this, even in Game 5, he didn't feel like it was that adverse because he's been in other situations. But, I think what you learn is you don't take that for granted, and you learn how to play. There were some plays that Toronto just didn't play 110% on. You got to play all the way out every play, and I think they were just complacent with, content with the fact that, okay, we're going to be in Jurassic Park, we're at home, our home crowd, but, you got to be able to understand and be able to better understand the situation, because the game before, they were only, LeBron and the Cavs were up like 4 points with 5 minutes. Yeah, they came and fought back. But, obviously that gives them confidence that they can win at their home. And we see the difference of the confidence level when they were in Cleveland. I mean, that's why you see the difference of the points or anything. You see the atmosphere is different. So what they have to do is, they're going to learn, they're going to rebound and come back and just say, okay, this is what we need to do next. As far as Cleveland, whoever they end up playing, they have to be prepared to play on the road and know that whoever's coming is going to be a tough test. If they get the Warriors, it's definitely going to be a hard test, because, the Warriors are going to have a chip on their shoulder or anything like that to prove. If they get OKC, again, you're going to have a chip on your shoulder. So they definitely got to understand that, this game and OKC has really turned their game up, because nobody really gave them a chance. They wasn't supposed to get past the Spurs. They got past the Spurs, and they still wasn't given a chance, getting past the Warriors, even with Vegas, even though you had, so I definitely look for them to rebound, but that's what I have for you today.